Alright everyone, Spartan 1913 here. Today we're going on a rant. Yes, we're going on a rant video. Yep, as you can see, the gamer webpage article written by Christine Rivas. Now I do not know who this person is, but oh my gosh, I don't know who their head editor is, but they're really bad. In fact, I think Geekdom did a video on one of their articles, and I'll leave a link to that video. So we're doing the 25 Avatar, the last Airbender fan theories that actually got confirmed. Oh, here in the first paragraph, this person talks about how they grew up with the Avatar series and stuff like that. Now let's go for the 25th fact first. They mention it's based on a famous war. They talk about World War II and stuff like that. How it's basically based on this, and anybody who watched the series can see the similarities, right? Once you go to high school and you get familiar with World War II, you start to see parallels. So it is obvious. It's not like hidden by the writers. It's obvious. Mass genocides of the nomads, mass genocides of the Jews, tyrannical power rising. You know, technological advancements as well, because we saw a huge technological advance in World War II and World War One, if you think of it as well. So my eyes is like the combination of both wars. The Legend of Korra is the Cold War. Again, this is false, because anybody who has seen the Legend of Korra will tell you that it's more like Industrial Revolution. Those who don't know what the Industrial Revolution is, it's basically what happened after World War One. The technological advancements were increasing, and industrial jobs were increasing and stuff like that. So basically, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. Um, you know, it could be like a reference to the Cold War, but I just don't see it. Right? The war is essentially picking up the pieces, which gives away the ways of thinking that bring Amon to equals power. Blah 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 blah. All right. Well, you could see some parallels with the Soviet Union, of course, but it has more of resemblance to the Industrial Revolution than the Cold War. Now, it could be a mixture of both, and I'll accept that, right? But every fan who has seen The Legend of Korra will know this. Let's go to the next fact. Zuko's ship is based on an actual ship. Everybody knows this, right? Sokka's sword later comes from you. This one, they say that Sokka's first girlfriend sent him a meteor from the moon to him. It doesn't make sense, right? Because meteors are basically debris from deep out of space, and they come in every now and then. So it doesn't make sense. And seeing the moon just shooting down meteors is ridiculous. They No, it's ridiculous. She became the moon spirit. Who is the Cabbage Man and why is the guy everywhere? You will know who he is if you read the comics. Obviously, this person never read the comics, right? He has his own restaurant, and he's nowhere near. He said he's a part of like he said he's a part of the league known as the White Lotus. Like there is nowhere in the comics or in the series is hinted that he's part of the White Lotus. So you already know this is bad. Iroh is part spirit like you. No, he's not. He has a connection to the spirit world, but he's not part spirit. An explanation for why General Zhao ended one godfish. Alright, this one might or may or may not be relevant. He says here that Sao ended one of the godfish at the Northern Water Tribe because the end of season one, implicating you to replace the lesson later becoming. However, he could have ended both fish, which in my opinion he could have, and totally ruined the water tribe and the world. But why didn't he? The answer is simple. The other fish was the ocean spirit, and ending the ocean spirit is very bad news for him since he's a Navy commander. Even as a fireman in Emerald, the ocean is still a big deal. As an this person is so weird. He's the Fire Nation. He's part of. They didn't give a fuck. But then again, like you and the ocean spirit, you got no water. So what does that mean? Water benders are useless. And also dehydration. Hello, no rainwater, no nothing, no. Yeah. So even if you try to justify this fact, it's kind of a dumb fact to be honest, because probably everybody knew why. And the goal was to weaken the water tribe by killing the moon spirit. Really. Toppin had a crush on Sokka. It is obvious. Remember when Suki, you know, saved Toph and Toph like thought it was Sokka and she kissed her. So, like it's obvious that she had a crush on him. This person points it out, but everybody knew that she had a crush on Sokka. It, again, I don't think this was ever clarified. This was never clarified. Like, where are the sources? Where are the links? All right. This is basic headcanon basically. This is a fan theory that does make sense because some of her grandchildren really look like Sokka, has a resemblance to Sokka, but then again, it's never been confirmed by the writers. And they have no sources, no links, no nothing. Basing is Beijing, everybody knew that. Everybody who connected the dots can tell you the Basing say it looks like Beijing. Republic City is Hong Kong, yet no. Well, yes and no. Because you could also argue that it's a resemblance to New York City. Liberty Island has the Statue of Liberty. Republic City has the statue of Abraham. I mean, it could go either way, but I'm leaning more towards New York because it's obvious. Almost the reincarnation of a flying lemur. This person argues that, well, not argues, but points out that Momo is the reincarnation of after one's pet, known as AA or whatever. Excuse me, whatever this animal's name is pronounced. Really, not really, because saying that you think that Naga, Korra's companion, animal companion, is the reincarnation of Momo. Could be true, but I don't see it. I don't think animals have reincarnations. Just saying, no, I don't think so, right? And Momo was not really his animal companion. It was Appa, right? So this part really doesn't make sense either. Major plot hole gets filled with basic understanding of tactics. This one got me laughing because first of all, they didn't make sense of what I was saying. I'll read it out to you. This time I'm gonna make effort in reading. As you get older and rewatch the episode where the Northern Water Tribe need to hold off the Fire Nation invasion, you start to come to the conclusion that the Northern Water Tribe really messed up. Why would they let the Fire Nation approach your ice wall? Why? After all, that's not actually the case, though. If anything, the Fire Nation had. See, this is the thing. They have the home advantage. So even if they step foot, they will still have the home advantage. And no, South did not cheat it. Alright, it was the plan all along to cripple the entire water tribes. Right? It was the whole point. Cripple the water tribe, capture the avatar, and leave. Alright? The water tribe had the home advantage yet again, alright? Even if the fire nation step foot on their kingdom. Alright? Now it's not like they could have made a massive tsunami. I think only avatars are able to create such feats, right? Arguably Katara, but we never seen her doing a massive tsunami. You only see Aang. It's basic knowledge that Aang, in any avatar that has the avatar state, they could use it to make massive tsunamis and stuff like that, and rape continents and stuff like that. So only avatars have that giant feat. But regardless, they have the home advantage. They're surrounded by water, and the entire kingdom is made of ice, and ice is made of water. So really, they still had the home advantage regardless. Appa perished when Aang did it. This is common knowledge as well. Nobody argues against this. Uh, and you will say that it's been a fact since the first series, right? Because you saw Roku died next to his dragon and stuff like that. So you safely assume that Appa would die relatively at the same time as Aang. So nobody's arguing with this. It didn't really have to be confirmed. I doubt it was even confirmed because they're not showing any links. So they're just putting stuff out of their butts because this fact over here, everybody knew about it. It's like plainly obvious. Aang is definitely gone. Obviously, he's gone. In order for someone to be, in order for someone to be reincarnated, according to Hinduism, you have to die first and then be reborn. That's the whole reincarnation process. And I think this person made this up. This so-called theory just to make themselves look smart, but really, nobody's arguing that Aang is still alive. Nobody's arguing about that. Everybody knows Aang died. In the series, they always point that out. So, did giant energy bending turtles create the universe? Yes. If you know anything about Hinduism, you will know, right? Alright? Like, giant turtles created the universe and the tree of time and stuff like that. If you know anything about Hinduism, you will know how it was made, right? Now we're going to the most disturbing stuff. Like, family has a lot of. So this part over here is hinting towards incest between the family members, right? First of all, it was like tradition. If you read the comics, you will know it was like tradition for the Fire Lord to address a wife to the next to the prince, to the next heir to the throne. And Zuko's mom was forced to marry Osai. So Sahir is Aang's son. If he was, we would know about it. You will think that Bolin, um, what, what was his name? Tencent and their sister would know if they're related. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Alright, next. Is Chosen Comet really a comet? Yes. The hint. You see, comets are basically meteors or frozen meteors, and they have a certain orbit. So it is reasonable that this particular comet comes in once every 100 years. And this person's are saying that it's a solar flare. Now, I don't know about you, but you don't go outside and see a solar flare. They happen frequently, but you cannot physically see them with your eyes. So, doesn't make sense, right? You don't go outside and see a solar flare. Do you? No. Amon is the son of Ty Lee. No, it's not. It's not. This is the part where they start pulling shit out of their butts. All right, cause if you've seen the Legend of Korra, you know the what's his face. Well, Avatar Aang beat this guy and took his bending away. I don't remember his name. Jacome. Jacome, I think his name was. He was able to blood bend without, without full moon, right? And when he got his bending away taken away, he went to the a certain water tribe and married a certain water tribe member. So doesn't really make sense. So let's go on. Bending might be a result of genetic, but no, it's not. If you see, the Legend of Korra went in depth on how bending came to be, and it was because of the lion turtles. All right, not because of genetic mutations. It doesn't make sense. All right, the lion turtles granted you the ability to bend, and that's it. All right, they had like giant cities on their backs. So this guy doesn't make sense. Their language from the spirits. I doubt it, because no, they kind of had a war with spirits. The old, the old, like back in after once the first Avatar during his lifetime, it is hinted that spirits and humans didn't get along. So I don't think humans learned their language from spirits. Number three, what would happen with Genora if the writing went different? Anything would have happened. This is related poem. Had a lot of twists and turns, and while not everyone holds the sequel show to the same regard as the original, it is a really solid show that you should watch if you are a fan of this franchise. Alright, this is not like, okay, let's go on. There was a drop plotline where Jinora would have become a sort of anti-Avatar character, thanks to the season villain Batu reincarnating himself into her. What? It doesn't make sense. She would have been chosen because of her airbending and her bloodline. That didn't happen, but if it had, it could have very well have changed everything, and we wouldn't have gotten the series we did. And it doesn't make sense. How would Batu reincarnate himself into Jinora? Like, hello? Um, Unalak, like, it doesn't make sense. Because Unalak got Batu inside of him, and then Batu got destroyed when Rava got reunited with Korra, and Batu's not gonna appear for another 10,000 years. So how is he going to reincarnate himself into Genora? Because these guys are just pulling stuff out of their butts right now. The franchise takes place in a post-apocalyptic future. No, it doesn't. Why would you assume that? Oh my god. Civilization was not even a thing. Like, look, you started seeing industrial advancements in the comics, for example, and I keep bringing up the comics, because the comics really filled up the holes and stuff like that, especially in between Korra and Avatar, the original series. So, if you read the comics, you will see how everything came to be and how far industrialization became. Right? This is before an apocalyptic future. This is not after an apocalyptic future. Like this person just pulling stuff out of their butts. Really, the cycle might have to end one day because of its nature. Why? Unless if there's like a nuclear war that destroys every single individual human, then I doubt the Avatar cycle will end. Or if the or if an avatar dies during the avatar state. So yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? Or you commit mass genocide on an entire on an entire group of people like Sosen tried to when he committed mass genocide to the air nomads. The avatar cycle seems like it could go on without an end, which would be awesome for those of us who would be happy to watch a series of a new avatar from here to eternity. That being said, there is no way this could be the case because the very idea of balance forbids that from happening. The avatar can't live forever because, okay, spelling error over here, that it's in balance. So there will eventually be a point where the avatar will perish and not be able to come back, bringing about a new age in this world that seems to need an avatar. This isn't just a theory we think you think. Keyword think will come true, and this is alright. First of all, your entire what's the title? What's the title of your article? What's the title that actually got confirmed? And you think this does not hold any weight to any of your argument. This is where your entire argument, your entire article just crashes down. Because this hints that this is all head canyon and you're just pulling stuff out of your butt just to get views and to claim that you're a writer, but you're not. Alright? This doesn't make sense at all. Like I say, if some way humans went extinct or like an entire group of people just ended dead, like ended up in a mass genocide, I don't see this happening, right? I don't see it happening. Sosin had a, you know, Sosin knew that he ended all the airbenders and the avatar cycle will crack, like it will break, right? Because after fire is supposed to be wind and there will be no wind, right? So really, it doesn't make sense. Like this guy, who wrote this again? Christine Rivers. You gotta get educated on the series. Now, you claim to have watched the entire series, but this entire article proves otherwise. You never watched the entire series. You could stop lying to yourself and to the people who read these kind of things, right? And the webpage known as Gamer. You guys need one. You need a better editor. Two, you need better writers. And three, you need to learn how to do your research because this shows that you don't know anything about any series that you guys come in contact with. Like no, like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy content like this, and well, see you soon. Bye bye.